Well, hello everybody, Jeff here, and welcome again. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're doing a live broadcast here from Home Depot, where I wanted to show you a couple of things. You see, we've we've been in a position in the last few weeks where we've had to help out a number of people who have clogged air conditioner lines at home, and we've had to go to drastic measures like sticking the garden hose down into their system there, into their drainage system, and try to get those pipes cleared out so that their air conditioner isn't all plugged up again anymore. And so today we're going to show you how to prevent your air conditioning from cleaning up, getting all clogged up like that. And a lot of it has to do with your filters that you buy. So sometimes, you know how they say some battles are won before they're even fought? Well, in this case here, you can win the battle of your air conditioner before you even fight it by looking at some of these filters here. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of these filters here that you should not be buying here at Home Depot, okay? So let me turn the camera around here, and we're going to show you as you come down the aisle here. I'm going to show you here the no filters that you never want to buy. And I can tell you that most of the properties I've ever gone into that had the worst air conditioning problems, these were the culprit filters that they had. And I'll tell you why I don't like these. And they have a whole sheet of the material here. I don't know if we can see through it. A lot of times, yeah, see, I can see the light right through it. So when you can see right through the filter, how good do you think that thing's going to be? How good do you think that's going to block dust out of your air conditioner? I don't even call that a filter. I call that a welcome mat for dust, right? So you don't ever want to buy these kind of filters. These are the cheapest of the cheap, and they're really not that much cheaper, actually. And the thing is I don't even see I think they call it the FPR number that Home Depot assigns. So when you look at filters here, I want to show you this here. See, Home Depot has this guide here, these FPR numbers. So 10 being the best, that's your premium filter. And then they got 9, 7, and I usually, sometimes I buy the 4, sometimes I alternate and go a little higher. Okay. But what I'm saying to you is the point that I'm making is these lower life ones here don't seem to even have Home Depot's ranking on there, so that makes me really question it. But I can tell you that any majorly clogged air conditioner I've ever seen that had those on there, the reason why is these might catch some of the big particles and the clumpy dust, but then and the pet hairs, but then it gets clogged, and guess what? There goes the airflow inside your air conditioner. Without proper airflow, if your air conditioner can't breathe just like your own lungs, then you're going to have a problem. So to me, these are like the minimum grade I'll ever get. The ones that say FPR4. They're paper, they're corrugated, and a lot of people don't know that these things are, where's the thing on here? They're directional. And let me see if it has the arrow on here. A lot of people have no idea that the air filters are directional. So see how it says airflow? So when you put these filters into your air conditioner, you got to make sure you got that airflow right, or you're going to be in trouble there before long. These, the manufacturer usually tells you that it can last, I don't know, a couple of months. I usually go 3 or 4 months on mine, but we keep our house clean. If you run a dirty house, then you should not be keeping your filter in there for very long. And you could also always inspect your filter on a regular basis. And so would be the next grade up here. What it is if you look at the paper, it's a little thicker. It almost looks like a cloth here. So this one here has an FPR rating of 7. And so by using that kind of a filter, that'll filter out smaller particles. And the more premium one down here at the bottom is the 10 here. Sometimes I've seen these where it's not even a paper. It looks almost like a corrugated type of a plastic here. But if you get this one here, I mean, this is what it'll get rid of: dust, lint, pollen, pet dander, mold, spores, bacteria. I mean, this is like the full Monty there. So people who have like allergies and stuff are usually going to want the 10s. And actually, this is a good tip for you guys. If you're a landlord and you're looking for a tenant, and if you can, find a tenant that has allergies, because they're going to keep the best filters in there. I found that out when we had a tenant one time with allergies. And then here's something you should always put into your pan. So this is the AC line buildup remover, and they tell you to dump one of these in your AC pan about every 3 to 6 months. I'm actually going to pick one up now. to put into ours. And so they want you to do that every 3 to 6 months, and that helps keep that buildup of that scummy stuff from catching up there. And where's that thing? I wanted to show you these. These are cool. If you're going to throw a party or something, you get yourself one of these guys. They have different scents. And what you do is you stick it onto your filter, onto the filter there. Now, sometimes you get the kind that they stick. But anyway, when your air conditioner comes on, it sends that scent out through your whole house. Those are really cool to have. The only thing is sometimes they fall off the filter when the air conditioner shuts off. Okay, so now we were looking here, and most of the big sale prices have already kind of gone away, or most of the stuff is sold. But they still got this kit here, this DeWalt kit. It's a 7-tool kit, and it comes with a rolling tough case here, which I have a rolling case. These are really nice too. And this kit here is a 20-volt lithium-ion kit, and these are the tools that it comes with. So it comes with a, I believe that's the hammer drill. It's got an impact driver, cordless circular saw. It's got your multi-tool. It's got your grinder. It's got your sawzall, and it's got a work light here. And it comes with 3 batteries and a charger here. It comes with 2 of the smaller batteries and a more higher capacity battery. And so for $4.99, and they're claiming this is $1,000 original value. Man, for $4.99, you can't beat that. If you're trying to get started with a bunch of tools here, this is a pretty good kit. Because look, they all fit in there too. So everything you need is right there. If you see guys that have like work vans and they don't have cases like this, their tools are all over the place. And they're just scattered all over the van, and here they're in one place here. And if you've never seen how these work, these are kind of cool. I can't do it with one hand because I'm holding the camera with the other hand. But anyway, this handle pulls up, and now you got a cart, and you can stack other of your storage bins and others. There's other family pack out type members of this family here for DeWalt for the tough system. They have organizers that will clip on there as well. And Milwaukee makes a similar system too to pack out. Now, what I wanted to go do here is, now that we've shown you everything about the ACs, and remember folks, with those air conditioners, check your filters on a regular basis. Check them every month. Make sure that they're fine. Make sure your filters are not clogged. Make sure they're not dirty. They should look almost like this. You know, if they start to get dirtier than this, if they don't look white like this, to me, that's when I change them, because otherwise you're going to be fighting that system, and they're going to clog up, and all that junk is going down your drain line, and it's helping your drain line get clogged up easier. Okay, so anyway, as we head down to there's some more bargains down the back aisle here. I just wanted to show you what we got here. All right, so DeWalt has this compressor here that's marked down to $129, and that's pretty good, because usually like the Porter cable is the one I have, and I don't really like mine. Mine's had problems since day one, but this one here is $129, so this is actually about $30 cheaper than the Porter cable one here. And then next to it, they got DeWalt's trim kit. It's $99. It's a special buy, but they're not really saying what it normally goes for, so I don't have a reference to compare it to, unless some of you guys know and can chime in on that. But anyway, if you look at this compressor here, so this is a plug-in one. It's it goes up to 165 psi. I want to show you the other one down here that DeWalt makes that I've got my eye on. So if you're thinking of buying a compressor, you might want to hold off on buying that one when you can get this other one that I'm going to show you. We're coming right up on it here. It's up here on the left on the shelf. So this other one up here is a Flexvolt compressor. So DeWalt is getting into more and more, getting away from the corded tools and going cordless. And you see how much more compact this one is? Now, of course, this has a lot less air in it, So if you're looking to have 4 guys hooked up to something here, forget about it. You could probably get an adapter and have two things going at once. But if you're just working by yourself and you're doing baseboard or something, this is absolutely perfect. And it's also great if if you have to go out on the road and in the middle of nowhere and put air in somebody's tire or something. It might be a good idea to, if you're going on a highway, to load this up, load your compressor up before you head out for the day, so you have it ready to go in case you have to put any air in your tire. But this is cool here because it's a Flexvolt and they got it strapped down, so I can't show you. We go over the top. That's where the battery goes. There's the view over the top and around the back. But these are really cool, except when you go in here and you go, what? You start choking on the price. Hey, how's it going, James? What's up? Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. So this is the 60 volt max 2.5 gallon cordless air compressor. And I just love it because it's so small here too. And I was just doing some baseboard at a friend's house the other day with my older, bigger, I'll show you mine, the Porter cable one here. So this one here is $199. Well, actually, this comes with a kit. So, I mean, if you're looking for a compressor that has and you don't have any of the tools yet, this one comes with three different tools for 199 bucks. So that's actually a pretty good deal. It comes with, I think it's the 16 gauge, the 18 gauge, and a stapler. And you've seen us profile this before, and this has pretty much been on sale like this since before Father's Day here. This is the one I have. My particular one, I don't know if it just was a lemon or what, but it's always been hissing, pretty much since the beginning. I even replaced this manifold before on there, And is this the one you have too? You got the Porter cable one. The Senko here has a real small one here, so if you're looking for something super light and easy to carry around, this one is only $149 here. But I believe you can get this Porter cable here right now. I think it's on, let me see if it's still on special. They had the sign over here. I know at Father's Day it was on special. So let's take a look. Yeah, it's $99. So you can get it right now. They still have this deal going. This was going before in May. So this one is $99 if you buy it by itself. Or you can buy it for $139 and get it with a 16 gauge tool that goes with it. Or like I just showed you a minute ago, for $199 you get the whole kit and caboodle with a 16 gauge finisher, an 18 gauge nailer, and a little stapler here. So that's what we got there. But even a better improvement over this compressor that we were just looking at here, this Flex compressor, that's a good step in the right direction. What I like is the nailer that runs off a battery. That's the one I want to go for next. So, hi Jeff, hoping you're treating your daughter an ice cream afterwards. Yeah, John, I think I will be. I always have to bribe her. So she's here with us tonight, and we're going to be going out for an ice cream. So this is the other one that I've got my eye on. I've been watching it for a while, and it still won't come on sale yet, okay? But this is the Flexvolt saw here. This is their 12-inch one here. It's a double bevel. See that? And I'll show you the model I have right now. I got the 10-inch one that's a single bevel, and it really stinks when you're trying to do baseboard because you have to keep flipping the board over and changing that thing and changing that thing. And I have a hard time cutting through a 5.5-inch baseboard, and a lot of the wood flooring I'm doing now, that's 6 or 7 inches. I think if right around the time you hit 7 inches, I have to flip the piece over to finish the cut when I'm doing a cut because it's just too big for the 10-inch saws. So this is the one, if you're really looking to get a serious chop saw, this is the one I think you ought to hold out for. And I've been holding out for it, and it's not on sale yet. However, I'm going to show you guys a little trick that I got here. I'm going to see if I got it in my wallet here. But it's a way that I can extract another 10% discount out of Home Depot. And that is, if you guys ever get any of these Lowe's 10% off coupon cards in the mail, these here, most Home Depots will accept them. And we've talked about that before. We did a video on the Home Depot's paint discount, which is going on actually still right now. It was going on in May, and I did a whole video about that. But I told you that many Home Depots will accept that card only. It's a 10% off Lowe's Movers coupon. And if they don't, if the cashier doesn't understand what to do, you tell them to bring up the online cashier's book. It's a button that they hit on their screen, and then go to promotions, and it shows up right in there. So it's a way to get 10% off. So I could use that coupon right now and get 80 bucks off of this thing. But I was really desperately hoping during one of these big 3 sales that we had at Memorial Day, Father's Day, or 4th of July, I was hoping they would have lowered that price, you know, like they did on a lot of the other chop saws. Maybe they lower it $100, and then I could have used my coupon to save even further. But this is sort of what, this is a smaller version of my chop saw, but mine looks kind of like this. It's a 10-inch version of like this guy right here. Single bevel, see? And only this one slides. Mine doesn't even slide. So that's really what you want to get. You want to get one that slides, because that enables you to cut. You can lay down a wider piece of wood flooring and just plow right through it. Thanks for the Memorial Day paint rebate video. Sent all my stuff in. Waiting. All right, good, Patrick. Yeah. And actually, that same sale is going on right now for the 4th of July. I'm going to walk by the paint thing in a few minutes and show that sign there. But yeah, that is still going on now. I think they said it takes 6 to 8 weeks, but I got mine in like 3 weeks. Got my card in the mail, came in right back into Home Depot and used it. I mean, who are we kidding? We're all going to use it anyway. And you can use it anywhere. I just came right back into Home Depot and gave the money right back to them. But anyway, so if you look at this double bevel, that's another thing you want to look for. So it goes 45 degrees this way, and it goes 45 degrees that way. That's something that my current DeWalt chop saw is lacking. And it was fine for me when I first bought the saw years ago, but it's gotten to the point now where, man, I'm just going crazy. I'm ready to really upgrade. And I'm also ready to upgrade to this new DeWalt wet saw, because my rigid wet saw finally crapped out on me on the last cut of a bathroom remodel that I was doing at a friend's house 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to be buying probably that $800 DeWalt wet saw as well. Okay, so anyway, hey, while we're here, I'm going to be doing a video on I have this one here from Milwaukee, the little electric ratchet here, the 3/8" ratchet. This is a great little tool, because you put your socket on there, and so instead of having to sit there with your regular ratchet going click, 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 click for 20 minutes, this thing spins around on a good rate of speed and just, I mean, it really, really cuts down the work, especially when you're in a tight space and you know, you're only able to go like a quarter of a turn with the ratchet, and you don't have any hand room to go. That's really good. And I'm looking here, this is their version of the cordless, also the cordless circular saw. So we're already seeing now cordless circular saws from just about everybody, even Ryobi. So I want to come down here. There's something that caught my eye earlier that I wanted to show you about these. When you go into your Home Depot, you want to find the little section, and it's usually in the back of the store. In our store here, it's more like in the middle of the back of the store. It's in that main aisle that goes along that cuts through the middle of the store in the back. But let me show you what we're talking about here. So the stuff is here, and usually you can identify the section. Well, now they put the big, you know, let's say here, clearance. So there's usually 2 big sections here. So sometimes you can find some real bargains here. Sometimes the stuff is not such a good bargain. Now here, this is a popular one that a lot of people like. That's that big 18-volt Ryobi fan, and they're not really saying here. I don't see a price on it, but I'm sure it's cheaper than it would be on the shelf. And like, here's a good chance to get a couple of bucks off of like some Kohler faucets here. Now here's what caught my eye. So it looks like they're dumping a bunch of Newton. These are the ceiling fans for the bathroom, and chances are they're probably getting ready to bring in some new models. And so they're not really that big of a savings. It's only like you're saving $5. But I wanted to warn you guys about this, because I know a lot of people don't understand this whole technology of bathroom fans. The problem with bathroom fans, in a lot of the bathrooms that I've gone into and found just huge amounts of humidity and damage and rust on all of the metal fixtures. And you ever seen the black peeling on the back of the mirrors where it looks like it's just chipped black? And that's because what happens is these fans make so much noise that people quit using them. And if they quit using them, there goes the evacuation of any humidity in the bathroom, right? And so they have this new system now here called zones. Here's your 80 CFM and your zone. So these are the two most damaging things here. So to me, I would not buy a bathroom ceiling fan that has anything less than 100 CFM. 80 is not enough to cut it, in my opinion, especially if you have people that take hot showers and there's a lot of humidity in there. Basically, when you get out of the shower, there shouldn't be any mist at all on your mirrors at all. And then see how that says 2 zones? That's too loud. That should be 1 or less. So those are the 2 main things you want to look for. You want to look for 100 CFM, and you want to look for 1 zone or less. I think 2 zones is not loud enough. Okay, so we're going to go right down to where the display is for those bathroom fans, and I'm going to show you something there that they show you on the chart there. And a lot of times before you buy these, you want to read the reviews online, because they can say it's quiet, and then it figures the one time I want to get down that aisle, they got it roped off. Don't you hate that? Well, we're going to head down there anyway. Okay, so we'll go over to the refrigerator thing. I wanted to show you something. So now that it's July and August is approaching, some of you out there might have, like me, a kid going off to college. And so when they get into their dorms, they need to get a refrigerator. And most of the colleges will have requirements that usually say nothing more than 5 cubic feet. Some of them might say nothing more than like 3.3 cubic feet. So when you're looking in here, I found the perfect one that I think my daughter's going to like, so I have to bring her back in. But I want to show you this. So if you're a parent looking for a fridge for your kid's dorm, you get something like this guy here. This is $170. This is 3.1 cubic feet, so this is about the ideal size. And it comes up to, halfway up my chest. Looks to be about maybe 48 inches tall. And inside, you want to look for glass shelves like these. These might even be plastic, I don't know. But you don't want wire shelves. I hate wire shelves. The cans tip over, things tip over, and you get messes. So this will hold a lot of your cans and stuff and bottles. And then it's got a freezer up top here in the upper section. So they'll want to be able to keep something frozen as well. I would not recommend getting something like this, which is just the fridge only. Because even though that's a nice fridge in there, there's no frozen part in there. Okay. So that's it. And then again, like I said, even though this says $179, I can take an immediate 10% off of there by using that Lowe's coupon I just showed you. Or if you can go to Lowe's and use your coupon over there. But I'm just saying, if you end up in Home Depot and the item you end up buying is at Home Depot and not at Lowe's, then that is what you do. Okay, so what I want to do is head back over to that, see if they're done over there on that aisle, because I wanted to show you the importance on that display. Thanks for the Memorial Day paint. Still talking about that. And let's see what the other one says. No. Okay. Sometimes they flash up the older comments. So I'm going to see if we can get to this display still for the ceiling fans for the bathroom. Now we're still closed down. Still shut down. Let me see if it's got it right there. So when you look on the display there, oh, what's in the cart? Hang on. So when you look in the, oh, good, they're done. They're letting us in. Okay, so let me show you then. If they show the chart, it's a Hobbit in the cart. Well, I'll show you my haul so far. I got my, oh, and you know what I forgot to show you when we were over in the air conditioning filter aisle? Okay, so mine are 20 by 20 by 1. You got to be really careful, and I'm going to show you again when we go by there. Sometimes you'll grab one and you'll see it, oh, it's 20 by 20 by 1, and it's not, because you'll see a little teeny tiny 1/4 next to it. It's 20 1/4. Well, if you get something that's 20 1/4 and yours really needs 20, it's not going to fit. You're going to be crunching it in, and then it's just going to be a total disaster for you. So let me show you. Here's what it says on the display there. So quiet would be anything from 0 to 1.5 zones, and moderate is 2 to 3, and then loud would be anything that's 3.5 or over. But I can tell you, I've heard stuff in this range, and it's still not too loud for me. And then you see that fan up there that says 50. Let me bring it right there. See, it says 50 CFM. What a waste. I mean, to me, that's completely, totally unacceptable. I would not put that in any bathroom at all. But at least they're telling you on the thing whether it's loud or not. So I don't even know why you would spend $89 for a fan right there that says loud, and that other one there that even says moderate. I wouldn't want either of those. The ones I usually buy, which they don't have here. Oh, they do have one here. Yeah, the Whisper Quiet. But look at the difference in price, so they cost more money. But that's what happens, see? It's $189. And when you try to save a few bucks, and that's why I tell people don't ever buy the $39 and $59 fans, because that's why you get virtually no CFMs there. That's its ability to suction moisture out of the room. So, and the other thing too is you get a look on the display. The camera kind of lightens it up a little bit, but that light looks too yellow. It's just dark and dingy and yellow. That's the one in the bathroom. This one here actually looks kind of nice, see? So that's more or less what you want to look for. And this one here's a little bit more modern. And some of them have, this one does have the speaker on. I think that one has the Bluetooth. So some of these come with the capability to do Bluetooth. So, and that's another good one that's reasonably bright there, from Newton. See how it says on the sign there, it says quiet. But like I said, look at the price. See, all of the good ones are going to be north of $100. That one right there. See. And then the other thing to remember too is if you're replacing a really old one, the old ones back in the day had 3-inch tubes, and these newer ones have 4-inch connections. So you'll have to buy a little adapter that they sell on the aisle there next to those. So I'm gonna do one quick pass on the air filters again to show you my warning about those filter sizes, that you think you're grabbing the right one, the right size for your AC filter, and you're really not. You're grabbing the wrong one, actually. And I may come back here in a couple of weeks and do another video like on these vanity tops, because sometimes what I do is I don't like the vanities here at Home Depot. They're like very cheap. I'll buy real good ones from my regular cabinet supplier, and then I'll come in here and for like $130 or so, you buy one of these smaller kind of stone tops here, which are really nice, and then you put your faucet on it. It's a great way to save money. All right, so we are heading back over to this filter aisle to show you guys this. And we're gonna breeze right through here real quick. And I'm gonna find one of these filters here. And if any of you are just now joining in and you didn't see from the beginning, I pointed out to avoid these kind of filters here like the plague, because they're not very good. They don't capture enough of the dust and dirt and stuff like that. But here's an example of what I was talking about. See, this one looks like it's 23 by 23 by 1, but when you come in real close, you see that little 1/2. You see the 1/2 there. And here's one, look at this. 23 by 19 by 1, but you get in real close. Oh, it's 23 1/8. by 19 3/8. So that one was way off. So that's pretty much what you want to watch out for. Then when I was here on the aisle at the beginning, I forgot. I'm glad I came back because I forgot to tell you about this stuff. So if you have to pull out a dirty air filter, or you go to some elderly person's house and you're always going to find this, you pull out the air filter and you look up at the coils underneath in the air conditioning, and the coils are clogged with dust. You spray this foam on it here. You should probably get a couple of cans on it. And I don't see their little tool that they have. They have a little tool that looks like a comb, and you can use it to help drain some of the stuff out. But this foam is supposed to be self-cleaning, so you're supposed to spray it while it's on, right onto the coils on the air conditioner, and it sucks up in there and it just helps clean them out. So those are some good maintenance items to have to keep your AC nice and healthy. Because remember, just like you, your AC has to breathe as well. Okay, so, and then of course don't forget the AC line treatment stuff. You dump one of those in your pan every 6 months. And I wanted to show you over here because, yeah, we're over here by the paint. And so they're still running this deal. This is the one I told you about at Memorial Day. So if you go back and look in May on our videos tab there and you look, we did a whole story on how this works. But basically they're doing $10 off a gallon and $40 off of a 5-gallon drum of paint. And this lasts until the 7th. So that would be tomorrow, I think. So if you're going to get some paint, boy, either get in here tonight before 10 p.m. or get in here tomorrow before it ends. Because once it ends, that's it. It goes back up to regular price. And I think my guess is they'll probably do it again at Labor Day. I usually see it at Memorial Day and at Labor Day. And so anyway, I think that's going to cover everything we have here tonight. Hey, be sure you go and check our videos that we've uploaded in the last week. We did a couple of really good ones, and we're working on a bathroom remodel video that I hope to have up for you in a few days as well. And that will do it for us here tonight at Home Depot, folks. As usual, we thank all of you for showing up. I appreciate each and every one of you that comes by here. And as usual, whenever we're in here doing these live, you can, if you have a question about a price on something or a question about a particular tool, just let us know, okay? So anyway, you guys have a great, great Saturday night, and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.